Really nice day we've had in a long time. Temperature today is supposed to hit about 25 degrees, so it should be a really nice warm ride. Right now, I've still got the liner in my jacket, but I think I'm going to be taking that out somewhere along the trip, and be looking forward to a really nice ride. So we're going to go there, have coffee, bite to eat, turn around and ride home. Unfortunately, up here in Prince George, you can go north, south, east, or west, but when you whatever direction you go, unless you've got an adventure bike and want to ride logging roads, you have to come back on the same highway. There's really not a loop you can make. Well, there is, but it's a 2-day trip. So right now we're just going to go for a little day trip. Looking forward to the ride, so I best get my butt in gear and get going. We are now entering the area of McBride. We will be at the house site here pretty quick. So, yeah, it was 217 kilometers so far. It was a really nice ride. The temperature has come up to 20 degrees, which is pretty nice. Still not too hot. And you definitely see the snow on some of those mountains. And for the first day of summer, there's certainly a fair amount of it up there. I don't see any clouds that look like they might be developing into thunderclouds or thunderstorms, but you never know what's hiding behind some of those mountains. Every once in a while, a big black cloud will come sneaking over the top of the hill and go, surprise! But so far, it's been really nice. And there is a bit of a breeze blowing today, not very much. And right now it should be another maybe 10 kilometers. No, it won't be that much. Maybe 6 kilometers and we'll be in McBride. So, two things we have to do there is obviously stop for fuel. Come down to basically a quarter of a tank. So, stop for fuel for the bike. Get a little fuel for ourselves. And then decide what the rest of the day is going to hold for us. Had a clubhouse sandwich, that was really good. So I'm fed up and stopped for fuel, so the bike is fueled up. So everything is a-okay to carry on. Now we're going to head home, 211 kilometers to Prince George. So that won't take us too terribly long to get home. And we're going to enjoy the views going this way. Might be able to see a little more of the snow in the mountains because coming in the way we did, some of the views were hidden. So we'll see what we see for snow in the mountains. And it should be a really good ride. We're not in any big panic to get home, so we don't have to hurry too much. Yeah, those mountains are pretty. They certainly are pretty. Some of them have got more snow on them than others. Don't know what the snowline elevation is right now, where the freezing point is. But with all the rain and cool temperatures, it's definitely lowered the snow level. So anyway, we're going to enjoy these views. Beautiful green grass, lots of little flowers, and just sit back and enjoy the view. The fields look really pretty. Certainly are dark green. There's the one mountain I wanted to try and get a picture of. It was hard coming into McBride just because of the angle. But that one has definitely got a lot of snow on it. Maybe possibly has a glacier on it. Hard to tell from here with all the trees in the way, but if there's not a glacier there, there's certainly a lot of snow on it. Hopefully I can get a little better view of it. Didn't see any critters on the side of the road on the way here. Hopefully we don't see any on the way home. You can sort of see that mountain peeking through the clouds there, or through the trees, not the clouds. And there sure is a lot of bugs out. Temperature has settled down to 23. 25, so that was probably just because the bike was parked. Can't complain with 23 degrees, that's for sure. Anyway, we'll be behind this truck for a little while. Then we can come to a long straight or a passing lane, one or the other. See if we can get a view of that mountain as we come around here. Nope. Oh well. That's okay. Oh, a little bit. Anyway, right now we're just going to carry on with our trip home. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the weather. It's going to be a good day. Right now it's just time to ride. Wouldn't you know it? Finally see some critters or a critter on the side of the road. Nice black bear down there eating whatever it is that black bears like to eat. And there it was sitting down in the ditch. And of course, I wasn't recording when it went by. That figures. But at least the bear was where he was supposed to be and didn't decide to come out and try and cross the road. Because running into one of those boys would not be a pleasant experience by any stretch of the imagination. So, anyway, that's one critter, and a little bit of luck, we won't see any more. But I just happened to be glancing down there, and there it was. I just wish I'd had the camera on. Oh well, we'll just ride on here and see if anything else shows up. There is certainly some beautiful views on this road. The mountains look absolutely gorgeous. Bug right between the eyeballs here. Oh well. Clean it up when we stop. But yeah, the views here are certainly something. Makes for a very enjoyable ride. Watch for moose for the next 15 kilometers. Well, that must be where there's a bit of a wildlife corridor because you have to watch for moose on this whole road, so that's okay. We'll keep an eye out for bullwinkle. I'm glad I softened up my suspension a little bit. Before I did that, these bumps like this would just about shake your feelings out. Well, that's a lot better now. Oh, there's a nice view. Look at that, come around the corner. And that's what you see. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And through some, here we come up to another part of the road that has some pretty nice views. And those mountains sure do look good though. But, they look different every time I come through here, depending on the weather, how much snow's on them, what the lighting's like, what time of day it is. Every time I come through here, the mountains look a little different. This is actually a good road to practice your trail braking on. A lot of these corners are blind, so I tend to have a little wee bit of brake pressure, not much, just a little wee bit of brake pressure on the front brakes. until I can see all the way around the corner. Because you never know on this road, like I said earlier, whether there's going to be a moose or a deer or a bear standing in the middle of the road as you come around the corner. So it's a good idea to already have some very light pressure on the brakes. That way your front tire is kind of giving optimum traction. It's got a little bit of weight on it, extra weight on it. And then if you have to apply the brakes, you've already got some brake pressure happening. You don't have to suddenly reach for the brakes and wind up applying too much front brake. You can just apply as much more as you need without getting silly and locking up your front wheel. So it is actually a good road to practice that on, because an awful lot of these corners you can't see all the way around when you enter them. So you're never quite sure what's going to be around the other side. So it's actually very good practice. Just a little wee bit of braking. Not much, just a little wee bit. Okay, see the rest of the way around the corner. And I mean, I'm not coming any silly lead angles either. You know, not like I'm pushing the bike at all. Not scraping foot pegs or anything silly like that. But it's just good practice. It's really good practice. But here's another one you can't really see around it. Get into the corner, you can't really see around it. Can't see the exit. Can't see the exit. Now you can see the exit. So, yeah, it's kind of good practice. And it's fun to do. Anyway, I just thought I'd throw that little tidbit out. But we're certainly not doing anything silly like dragging foot pegs or anything like that. We're just going for a nice leisurely ride, but just the same. It's good practice. Till next time, time to ride. We're getting closer to Prince George. We don't have too much further to go. The temperatures come up to 25 degrees. Just about what the weatherman forecast. We haven't had any thunderstorms or anything like that. Thunder showers. Other than a whole bunch of bugs, it's been a good ride. Nice to grab a white tea, McBride, turn around and head her back home. It was a good day. What do we got working up here? We got something working up here. Not sure what they're doing. It's all single lane traffic. We get right into the city limits of Prince George, and of course I got my camera off, and we come around a corner and there's a deer standing in the road. Thankfully it decided that it didn't want to stay there. Maybe it had the deer whistles on Willie's bike might have had the desired effect, and it decided that it no longer wanted to stay there and took off into the ditch. But once again, I had my camera turned off. So on this trip, I've gotten a big fat 0 when it came to filming any wildlife. First, there was a nice bear in the ditch on the side of the road, and the camera was off. Now I come along and there's a really nice deer standing in the middle of the road, and once again I got the camera off. So far it's wildlife 2, raise 0. Oh well, Some days it's just like that. But maybe next time I'll get them on camera. But not today. Anyway, we're just going to be starting to head down the hill into Prince George. Temperature is 23 degrees. We've got 207 kilometers on. I've probably got another, I don't know, 8 to go or so to go home. Today's ride was 457.9 kilometers, which isn't too bad a distance to go for a cup of coffee on a beautiful sunny day like this. It was a good ride. Roads were good. Traffic wasn't terrible. So it was a really nice ride. A lot of trucks on that road, but nothing too terrible. And we didn't hit any rain. Saw 2 critters. Saw a bear and a deer. Both times I had my camera off. But yeah, it was a great ride. So I see that, and the temperature came up to 25 degrees. All in all, it was a great day.